Yes, we are now starting for the webinar. So, what topics today we are going to cover is introduction to the robotics and automation, need of automation, basic fundamentals in the field, a simple demo and a case study, typical job roles we are going to look, and what is the evaluation in this field, and what are your career paths and job opportunities if you are taking this course. So everyone by the name automation and robotics, everyone knows like what is it today, because we are in today's world and business operate on technology. Every task we do, somewhere or other, some technology or automation is involved, whether it is of any sector. Technologies like robotics is automation robotics, business analytics, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and many more are dominating the business technology that transforms today. Automation. What is automation? It is an automation or automatic control is the use of various control systems for controlling equipment as machinery or process in factories by replacing manual labors and to improve quality, accuracy, and precision. We all know that conventional machining is from long time, like 50 or 100 years. It is from long time, but from last couple of years, there's an automation involved in all the systems like automation. If we say, for example, if we bring a food package to our home from any supermarket, think about that packet, how that food has been brought to our table. It's like, let's talk about from the harvesting. Technology is used, like automation is used in harvesting, like like agriculture robots, which we are going to talk later in the presentation, like harvesting robot, then processing of the food, then goes to the factory. Packaging is also again automation part is involved in that, and then logistics, uh, from factory to the supermarket, logistic also automation, and then we bring it to our home. Like robotics has potentially and positively transformed lives and work practices. In industrial automation, robots are used as a flexible way to automate a physical task or process. Let's see here an overview of evaluation of robotics and automation. From 1961 till now, this figure depicts how, according to the needs, there was evaluation of robots and automation in human life. So from 1961, the first robot was installed at General Motors, and the robot name was Unimation. Going to 1969, the Trelfa in Norway, they started their first painting robots, their first commercial painting robots. That now we in every car or any automotive industry, we see this commercial painting robot. Then going to 1972, robots were installed in the production lines across the European Union, or the European countries. In 1982, IBM developed a automated manufacturing language for its RS-1 assembly robot. IBM created a robot, and then it created a programming language to operate it. Then 1996 will be a KUKA. It's a German company. They launched their first PC-based robot control system. Going to 2007 and 2009, Motoman launched a super-speed arc welding robots, which reduced the cycle time by 15%, and it is the fastest welding robot in existence. So, going to 2009, the ABB from Sweden launched the smallest multi-purpose industrial robot, IRB I-20, and 2011, first humanoid robot in space was there. It was Robonaut, and currently last year, ABB AI and robotics, there was a formula for flexible factories. Like EBP has a good range of flexible robots, like cobots, which work with the humans, and it's a flexible robots which work for other applications also. So here we can see in the span of 50, 60 years, or recently, if we say in 1 or 2 decades, there is a major change in the manufacturing systems. The factories are going automated. Talk about the need of automation and robotics. Why do we need? We do have traditional machines, then why do we need robotics and automation? We need robotics and automation because of the major factors, which is lower operating costs. Robots can perform the work of 3, 4, or 5 people, or more than that, depending on the tasks. In addition to saving the time and labor cost, there is also energy savings due to lower heating requirements in automated operations, and in streamlined process which increases accuracy. So the one is lowering operating costs. Oh, sorry. The next is improved safety of work. That means that there is an automated cell that remove workers from dangerous tasks. So all dangerous tasks robot can perform. Then it saves human lives, and the robots are already there in their particular automated cells. So and there is enough safety, so we can save lives from that. Then it reduces factory lead time. That is very important in any production. Lead time is very important thing while performing any production in the company. Automation can keep the process in house by improving process control and reducing lead time significantly. Because from starting to end, all the like if we think an iPhone which has been manufactured from starting of the circuit PCB to the whole iPhone, there is many automated things which are there. Then faster return of investment. Automation solutions are based on unique needs and goals, and pay for themselves quickly due to lower operating costs, reduced lead time, and increased output. Yes, fast return of investment is faster if we use the automation system in the company. There is also a smaller environmental footprint because uh, when we use this automated systems, there is obviously a reduced scrap and using less space. Automation uses very less energy also. So by all these things, we ultimately save the environment, and we reduce the environmental footprints. Then there is a flexible operations capability. Robots are flexible and can be easily redeployed, and can reduce the change over time. Like in two operations, if there is a tool changing needed, that is also very easy. It's instantly can learn new process, and robots can also efficiently work 24/7 the clock. So these are the major things. There are other things also, but these are the major things which are by which we can say that there is a need of automation, because it yields increased safety, reliability, and profitability to the workplace also, to the company. Let's see the fundamentals, how robotic industry is divided. So robotics industry can be separated in two, in service and industrial robots. We can separate like service robots and industrial robots. Service robots, it's further segregated by commercial and personal robots, and industrial robot is segregated as manufacturing. Commercial robots are, let's talk about service robots and then industrial. So service robots, commercial robots are used to perform a service in the environmental industry, and personal robots are used in private households. We will take further examples of this. Let's talk about the industrial robot. Industrial robots are defined by the use of a manufacturing environment. Uh, Industrial robots are two times more than service robots, because this industrial robots are, they have much more market than the service robots, because it is used in smart factory, which causes a high market growth in industrial robots. Key market drivers are five major countries, and because there are many advantages of smart factories, which is flexible production, optimized logistics, and customer-focused solutions. For manufacturing robots, the future lies in the collaboration of robots and humans, which is known as cobots. And some of the company who offers cobots have also 8 years of zero maintenance time. So that is very convenient for, and it's a win-win situation for the companies and the manufacturers. Let's dive into further robotic industry. So industrial robots, as I told, automatically controlled by teach pattern, and these robots are programmable according to the application. Industrial robot has three or more axes for use, which can make a flexible operation with greater reach. Based on five different kind of kinematics, we can have flexible operations according to the applications. Service robots perform tasks excluding industrial robots, and usually, typically, they are application specific design, and have less than three axes. Sometimes they can be remote controlled and not fully autonomous. So let's see a couple of examples. So the automation in day-to-day life, automation in agricultural, like agricultural robots, which we talked earlier. We all know that every sector is having automation right now, and going to talk about agricultural robot. There are a couple of robots already there uh, working on the field. I will talk about the eco robotics, which is specially manufactured and targeted to spray the weeds in the field. So to remove the weeds, the unwanted plants. So this robot has a camera vision system. By that, it identifies and then sprays the weed. The other is the NOAA, which is the ability to assist during the harvesting. The other will be the agro robot. It's the fruit picking robot with the ability to identify ripened fruits. So, for example, this company basically has the application of strawberry picking. uh, as I told, the robot has the vision system. So by that, it recognizes the ripening of the fruit by the color. If it is green, the robot will not pick. If it is red, it is going to pick. So there is an application of fruit picking also. Other than there are pesticide sprayer. There is a agribotics company which is having a drone to monitor large areas and can help in collecting the crop data over time. So there are tremendous opportunities and tremendous work going on in the agricultural field. In the countries like Israel, they are working very much in this agricultural sector. The other is the construction robots. Construction robots, if we talk, we already know that there are some brick layering automation systems, some masonry automation systems, and we also know the latest 3D printing. There are many places and in many countries already they started building 3D printed houses. Yes, this is also an good field for automation. And going to customer service robot. This already we have seen. Many of us have seen in our day-to-day life, or when we go to some exhibition or to some restaurant or some other places. They have already started deploying the customer service robots, which help us in the assistance. Like for example, in a hotel, when we go, instead of the front desk, there might be a robot in couple of days which will assist. There are already hotels in China and other countries. They started this customer service robots. This is an interesting exoskeleton robot. It provides essential support to human movements. It has, and according to the market, it has a good market capture of 2.8 billion by 2023. And it has a good opportunity in it, and good demand in the healthcare. And it really gives, like we have seen the robotic arm or the robotic limb, that is very useful for the persons who are disabled. Demolition robots next. We already know that currently there are some existing robots in the demolition, but there are also new developments going to help accuracy and more efficiency in this robots. Like we have seen, like JCBs or some other defense robots. This is very interesting because there are many progressions going in this field. Uh, there are predator drones already developed by some countries. There are robotic armed vehicles for the safety of the borders. And there is one organization known as DARPA, DARPA. It's an US organization for defense, which particularly looks in the automation and robotics for the military of US. So they have also developed many small and big robotic systems for the military uses. The next is the material handling robot. That we all know that in the automation line, like if we talk about some factory automation, so in automation line, from start to the end. Let's talk about the car production. From start to the end, every work has been done by robots, and there are material handling robots which keep all streamlined. Humanoid robots. We all know that Sophia, a humanoid robot, first humanoid robot, gotten recognition in UAE as a human. And there is also one robot developed by the Boston Dynamics company of US. The robot name is Atlas, and there are many other humanoid robots developed. Cleaning robots. In this current time of COVID-19, cleaning robots have taken a good market cap. Cleaning robot, first, if I say, it's an like an automated mop, we can say, which cleans the floor. Uh, but now, after the COVID, uh, there are many other robots developed, which also has the laser cleaning or the other cleaning systems also. Inspection robot. These robots are used for inspecting. This might be a small size, and it's a system which can be equipped with cameras to see and it can go in a small, like if you want to check any dimension or anything inside the pipe or some other small areas. This robots can be used. Logistic robots are very important robotic sector in the current time. Robotics, logistic robots can are used for automation of process of storing and moving goods. We all know that automated guided vehicles (AGVs) are already in use in companies like Amazon and other big logistic. Medical robots. In this figure, we can see that the robots are making a surgery on the humans. This can happen, and some of this is already existing, so it is very useful, and it is good in this sector. uh, Collaborative robots. As I talked earlier, robot collaborate with humans is a collaborative, it's a cobot. These are very useful robots because it is a flexible robot, and it might be a small size or a big size according to the application, but they are very flexible, and it can help in every small task. Going to the space robot. Space robot, recently we all know that India, UAE, and USA launched the mission to the Mars, and they all have their robots. Like the last week or maybe a week before, there was a USA launched their Perseverance robot to the Mars mission. So space robots are also taking a place, and it is very useful in this. Packaging robots. Packaging robots are now very common, and also small industry are started using this because of the efficiency and work done by this robots. It's very easy and convenient for the manufacturing. Machine tending robots, which helps with the small human tasks. Pick and place robots. Pick and place is a very basic but very important task. Uh, it reduces the monotonous work of the human, and it is useful in every single sector, every single industry. Process automation robots. Process automation robot includes the all the robots in the process, and it keeps humans. In this process, most of the process is done by automated robots rather than the humans. So let's talk about the types of robots according to their based on the moment of joints and link arrangement. There are different types of five types of robots. The first one is Cartesian coordinate. It has three joint, as we can see here, X, Y, and Z. It can also be known as the XYZ robot. It has a simple configuration other than other types, and three joints. It has three joints and three axes. The basic use of this robot is in pick and place application, material handling, 3D printing, and carrying high payloads. I want to talk about the payloads. Like robots are recognized by their reach and their payload. Reach is like maximum circular motion the robot can cover, like maximum arm area it can cover, and the payload is how much weight it can carry. So, yes, the advantages of this robot is it is high accurate and high speed. The operating cost is less, and it has simple operating procedure. The only disadvantage is it requires a large volume of space to operate. The next is cylindrical type robot. It has two prismatic joints perpendicular to each other, and one revolute joint on rotary axis. It has a vertical joint arm assembly here on the right hand side, and which moves up and down. It is basically used in small assembly tasks, material handling, and machine loading and unloading. The next is the polar or spherical robot type. It has a one prismatic joint. Prismatic is a sliding. It allows a sliding motion. One prismatic joint, two revolving joint. The first rotary axis occurs at the x-axis, and the second rotary axis occurs at the pivot point here. Uh, it moves rapidly in and out and allows robot to work in spherical work volume. As we can see in the figure, it seems like to be a flexible robot or a cobot.